Court documents show the man who died on a runway at Denver International Airport had experienced a years-long struggle with mental health. Those troubles prevented him from facing prosecution and possible time behind bars. He scaled a fence last weekend, walked right into the path of a Frontier plane preparing for takeoff.
Kevin Bond from 9 News Investigates joins us now. And Kevin, this case illustrates a real blind spot in the criminal justice system.
Yeah, Kim and Phil, the combination of criminal behavior and mental illness is one that judges, prosecutors, and even defense attorneys have struggled with for years. Michael Mott's early criminal history is benign: shoplifting, breaking into a car, trespassing. Then more serious crimes like assault landed him in prison. But 3 times in the past year, judges dismissed criminal cases against him because he was not competent to stand trial, something former Denver District Attorney Mitch Morrissey saw during his 33 years as a prosecutor.
Some of them don't understand where they are. They don't understand the charges against them. They can't communicate with their lawyer. They can't partake in their defense.
State law now requires that cases be dismissed when the defendant is incompetent, and therapy and medication aren't likely to change that.
That means the individual doesn't get treatment, doesn't get any kind of placement, say at the state hospital, anything like that, gets released to the street.
Austin Benson was charged with attempted murder after shooting at multiple people in 2018. He was found incompetent, and a judge dismissed the case. Now he's accused of shooting and wounding 3 people in Aurora.
You can be incompetent, and you can be incredibly dangerous.
A measure headed to Governor Jared Polis's desk is aimed at changing that. It would give prosecutors the power to seek a court order to commit someone like Benson to a mental health facility, the kind of step that could have prevented a tragedy like the one at Denver International Airport.
Had he been in a protective type of facility, he never would have been out on that runway.
The bill the legislature passed this week would let a judge commit an incompetent defendant to a mental health treatment center if prosecutors convince them of 3 things. First, that the person has serious mental problems. Second, that the person committed a crime of violence or a serious sexual assault. And third, that the person is a danger either to themselves or someone else. We were just told in the last few minutes that Governor Jared Polis says he looks forward to signing this piece of legislation. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Well, you've certainly done a lot of reporting on very similar situations. This one is just getting a lot of attention because how it happened.
That's right. And this law that's been on the books for a few years now that requires judges to dismiss criminal charges in a case like this has created this sort of blind spot, as we called it.
Thank you, Kevin.